Hi, I'm here to make a motivational video on sucky people. Where shall I start? So, anyways, I'm sorry about this terrible angle of the camera. I look extremely fat and very big chested because of the angle. I am a photographer. I have three tripods, and I don't use any of them for my phone. And I don't know why, because they totally all actually take my phone just fine. So let's go. Anyways, you ever feel like you spent all this time, say your whole life, trying to fly, and every time you leave that nest you fall down, and then you try to get up and you keep trying again because you're not the type of person to give up. You think, hey, you know what? And one day I'm going to be able to fly like the rest of them up there, and I'm going to be a happy little bird, and I'm going to be able to see things that nobody else can see, and just, to glide across the sky like it's magic, right? So you keep trying and you keep trying, and you finally get up there with everybody else. You're all flying, having a good time, and you realize, yeah, I don't want to fly anymore. That's kind of where I'm at in my life right now. So let's explain why. So, my life hasn't been going terrible. It hasn't been going great. Granted, I have to still move. I still have a place to go, but we have a backup place to stay if worst case scenario. My photography business is kind of taken off, which is great on my end. And, my friendships haven't been all that great. As you guys know, the last 2 weeks or so, I've had a shitty ass situation with somebody who meant a lot to me. And I don't think I really meant anything to him, and that's fine. But, so anyways, I kind of was very positive about it at first. I was like, this is really good. We're not hating each other right now. We're kind of on the same wavelength. I think this was a very mutual decision. I don't know exactly how he feels, since he's very good at hiding his feelings, but I think it's pretty good. I think we'll be alright. Maybe at some point we can be friends again, but right now it's definitely not that time. But we didn't block each other or nothing like that. We still had open communication, and we didn't really communicate at all. I mean, once in a while we'll message each other, see how we're doing, but it was only twice, and it really wasn't a very long conversation. Maybe just a couple exchanges, and that was it. Well, for some reason, this weekend, of all the weekends, I got stuck in my pain. I got stuck in my feelings yesterday, and I was like, let it go, sleep on it, because you know what? Chances are it means nothing. So, I did. I went to bed. I woke up feeling worse because I dreamt about it. So, it kind of was just at this point where I was like, I need to talk to this guy. I think me and him need to talk. We need to have a conversation. A real conversation about feelings right now, because I don't really know where we actually stand. Are we going to be friends again? I don't even know if we are actually friends, or if we're just acquaintances. Are things ever going to be normal? Are we always going to have this weirdness? I don't really know how many times I have to keep ignoring him when I see him, or keep how many times he has to keep purposely making himself visible to me, to see if I would say something. How many more times do we have to keep pretending is basically what I came down to. So basically this morning I did the stupid thing of messaging him, which probably actually in the end it probably wasn't stupid, probably wasn't the best thing to do. And I was just like, can we talk for a moment? And he didn't say anything, so I was like, oh, okay, so we're at this. Okay, so I see how it is. I'm like, but I really kind of need to talk to you. This is kind of important. I was like, why do you, how much longer do we have to keep hating each other before the boat breaks? One of us going to say something eventually. I mean, either we're in limbo. I don't like this limbo-ness. I'm very straightforward. Either we're friends or we're not. Don't bounce around. Or just let me sit there and just kind of dangle off in space, but you know exactly where we are, and I had no fucking idea. So he eventually was like, I don't hate you. That's all he says. That's all he ever says is, I don't hate you. I don't ever get, we're still friends, anything like that. Just, I don't hate you. Okay, I don't hate a lot of people. They're not my friends. But so, anyways, I was like, okay. So are we I don't know what's going on. Are we friends, or are we not friends? So I don't understand. He was like, well, I think that Well, he actually was typing this as I was typing that, and I sent that before he sent his, but we were typing at the same time, so I don't think he didn't read my message first. But it was like, I was like, well, I think we just need to, we both need to just move on. And I'm like, we both need to just move on from fucking what? Like, what the fuck do we need to move on from? There's nothing here. Like, we're not even anything. Like, I'm trying to find out what we are so I can, successfully be like, adios or okay. But I can't do any of that because I don't know where to go. And I really, frankly, my own personal feelings and my own personal, like, look at the situation is I really don't have the need to, like, have you in my life at this point. Like, to me, it's like I could do better as friends in my life, and I know that I'm a really good friend, and I was more than a great friend to him, and I did a lot of shit for him. I guess a lot of his fucking dirty ass secrets that I'm still keeping because I'm a good friend still, like, even if we're not, like, I still am, like, regardless. I always had his fucking back, and he's admitted that to me several times, so he knows that's true. But, like, still, it's just like I get shit on all the time by this person. Like, I don't ever really understand why, because I've never really been shit on by somebody like this all the fucking time. And, I'm tired of, like, blaming myself and all that. So it was just like, at this point, I was like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm just gonna let it go. But, at the same time, like, I don't know. I kind of want answers. Like, I don't want to keep going my whole life, like, wondering what we are, because I might do that. I don't know. But, so, eventually, he was like, so I was like, so why can't we, like, be friends? Whatever. That's when I sent that. Why can't we be friends? And we, like I said, we sent, like, at the same time. And he's like, I'm not saying we're not. You're just assuming. Yeah, I'm fucking assuming because you won't tell me yes or no. You're just, like, always like this. Like, you're assuming, or I don't hate you. That doesn't mean that we aren't friends. It's yes or no. Like, I'm very, like I said, straightforward person. Just tell me yes or no so I can either go on my life or we can go on with our friendship. I can't do it not knowing. And he was like, I don't even talk to my best friend every day. And I'm like, bitch, we don't even talk every day. What the hell are you talking about? We barely talk. I said, I might talk to you here and there. We don't really talk. Like, maybe we'll talk once a week. If that tops once a week. Like, so I don't know why that even had to come into play, because that really did not just, like, I would say justify, but that really didn't mean, like, anything to me at this point, because I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, okay, what the fuck does that have to do with anything I'm saying? And then he was just like, after he kind of said, like, oh, we just need to move on, I was like, oh, okay, so he doesn't even want to be friends. All right, okay, so I wish he would have just told me this from, like, the get-go. But he's not really telling me anything. He's like, but I gotta go because I'm doing this, that, like, it's always an excuse. And I was like, oh, okay, so you don't want to be friends, so why don't you just fucking say so? Like, why do you, like, don't, like, you're older than me. I'm 37, so, like, I think we're at the age where we should be able to be open with people, like, how we feel about somebody. Like, we're not in high school anymore. And he didn't say nothing. He didn't even read it. So I was just like, okay, you know what? I said, I'm just going to, like, done. Like, I'm just, you know what? I'm just blocking you. We're done. I don't want to talk to you no more. I've already changed my number, so you can't text me. I will not be texting you. Trust me on that. I said, I don't want to hear from you. And if you see me, like, just move on. Just, you know what? I said, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I said, you're dead to me. I said, if you see me, I'm nothing but a fucking phantom to you. Like, I'm nothing to you right now. That's it. That's all it is. You'll never know me again. You'll never be able to talk to me again. And this was never real. This never fucking happened, because I told him, I was like, that was just that. And he didn't even say anything still. I was like, what the fuck? Like, not even, like, anything. But he didn't even read it. He was just flat out ignoring me. And I was like, oh, this bastard. So I said, alright, so I screenshot it. And it says it as an image. I was like, you might want to read this. So I think maybe him reading that caption was like, alright, maybe I should open it and see this. He did, and it worked. He read it. And I was like, okay, here you go. I said, now you see it. I said, I don't care if you're on your deathbed and these words are echoing through your head. I don't care in a week from now when you feel like shit, these words are haunting you until the day you die. I don't care, because I literally don't care about you anymore after the shit that you pulled on me the last, like, forever. Like, you get to the point where you're done. Like, I'm so beyond done at this point. I just did not care. I said, I've got tons of people in my life, and you are not one person that I care about enough to, like, hang on to this shit. So, basically, he read all that. I was like, and let this be the last words you ever hear from me, or ever see from me ever again. I said, you're my biggest mistake. If I ever had a mistake, it was you. I should have never became friends with you. I should have never done the things that you told me I should do. I should have never hid your little secrets. I should have never had to deal with the amount of drama that you put me through. And you are my biggest regret. I said, I wish I never ever did shit with you. I wish I never even met you. I said, and let those be the last words you ever hear from me, because that's exactly what they're going to be. And then that was it. Fuck. Just like that. Done. Over with. Cut him off. I was done. I'm done. Like, I'm not even was. I am still done. Now, I can't say I haven't gone throughout the day. Now, this is like 4 o'clock almost. This happened like early this morning. I cannot tell you I haven't gone throughout the day a little like, did I do the right thing? Maybe I should just apologize, be like, I don't hate you. I don't want to do that though, because even if I don't hate him, he doesn't deserve the audacity to know that I don't hate him. He deserves to know that I do. He deserves to go on his life and have a regret and maybe feel like shit and let it eat him up inside. Let it happen, because I'm not going to sit here and justify, anything anymore, because it's not in my power to do that. He had the opportunity to do this over and over and over and over again, and he did not do that. So therefore, I'm done with it. You lost me. I don't even feel bad. Like, I may feel bad, but I'm not going to tell him I feel bad. I'm not going to show him I feel bad. And if he tries to approach me or say anything to me in any other way, I'm just going to brush it off, blow him off, and walk away, because I'm not even going to do it anymore, because it's not in my power to get you to feel a certain way. You had the 100%. I put the power in your hands today to make the decision, and you still had to play your fucking games. So now, despite how I feel, I don't even care. That doesn't matter, because that does not mean I'm going to come back to you for my own selfish reasons. I'm done with it. And you're going to sit there and you're going to wallow in your misery, because I'm done. Like, that's what's going to happen. This is what happens every fucking time. This will happen. And then a week down the road, he's knocking on my fucking door, or he's trying to get a hold of me in some way, shape, or form, through somebody, through himself, whatever. Driving around, stalking me, whatever the fuck he decides he wants to do to try to get my attention. And he gets my attention, and I fall right back into his trap. It's not going to work like that this time. Because A, I'm moving. So he's not going to be able to know where the fuck I'm living. So he can't do that much longer. And B, even if he were to try to, like, come to my house or, like, pull up to me or whatever, I'm just going to walk away. He's definitely, like, a harmless person. I mean, he may hurt emotions. He don't hurt, like, physically. Like, he's just not the kind of person he is. I can say that about him. But, like, you know what? You dug your grave. That's all I gotta say. You dug your own grave, and I don't really care how he feels about any of it anymore. I'm over it. I'm done with it. Like, he wants to find a new friend he wants to fuck around with, like, fuck around with their heads, fuck around with their life or whatever. He can go ahead and do that, but he's not gonna do that with me. So, like, I'm done with it. And this is just for everybody to know that, like, you need to know when a relationship or a friendship, any sort of ship, I should say, has become toxic enough for you to leave and to not go back. Let this be a lesson to all of you, because I have been on this road with the same person so many times that the damage that this person has caused has literally left me emotionless to this person. Like, I literally just don't even care anymore. Like, I'm so used to the pain that he gives me that I can literally walk away from it and it doesn't even hurt me, because it's nothing new for me. I'm already half over. I'm already like 90% over it. Like, I wasn't 90% over it the last time. So, like, I'm already 90% over it this time. I'm probably not going back to you. Like, but just know that, like, sometimes it's better off you just walk away now than to stick around. Because let me tell you something. When you go back to this person and they apologize to you with these pretty words, it's not going to get better. So just move on from it. That's all I have to say. You're better off feeling the little bit of pain now than feeling all that pain by hanging on. And that pain is going to last a lot longer, and it's going to get a lot worse. And this pain is going to last a lot shorter amount of time. I'm sure that doesn't even make sense. It's going to last like quarter of the time. The other pain is going to last, and it will get better, because the other pain does not get better. It doesn't get better. It never gets better. And that, just trust me, this is not going to get better. It's not. So really think about yourself, your feelings, and where you are mentality, like your mentality is at, where your emotions are at. Because let me tell you, there's people in your life that do care about you, and this person may not care about you at all, and don't care about your well-being, and does not care about where you go or where you stand. So you need to think about that. Like, I don't want other people walking in my footsteps and falling in the same traps I fell into. Don't do it. I've never felt like this with anybody else. Like, this is the only person that had me under some sort of spell for some reason. Always made me feeling bad, because I always thought, wow, nobody ever really cared about me, but this person seems to care because he keeps coming back. Don't fall for this shit. They don't fucking care about you. Like, so really, like, think about that, because chances are they're more out for it from themselves than they are for you. No toxic relationship. Unless it's a marriage that can possibly be fixed, there's no toxic relationship out there, especially a friendship, that's worth fighting for. Especially when you try to fix it several times with this person, so they are fully aware that it's toxic. So some people don't even realize they're toxic until you tell them they are. So you could tell them first and be like, hey, this is not going well, maybe we should try fixing some things, do things a different way, and it still keeps going the same way, then you need to just move on from it, because honestly, it's going to hurt you more in the end, and it's going to hurt the other person, and you're going to be feeling like the wrath of it. Like, don't put yourself in that situation. Don't. Just pack your shit and move on. Like, put your walking boots and just fucking go, because there are a billion people in this world, and in your town alone there could be thousands of people. In your freaking city there could be thousands and thousands of people. In your state there's like 1 million people. Like, there could be so many people around you that you haven't even met yet. Get that person out of your way. Find somebody who actually cares. That's all I'm trying to say. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to end this video with saying that. That's it. Stop being the good guy. Stop being the nice person. And just, like, put your foot down. Because people are going to take you for granted. Stop trying to fly with a flock that doesn't want you. Because you can, like I said, I tried so hard over and over and over again to make this, I should say friendships, not relationship. Friendships, not going to say relationships, but friendship work so many times that I finally get there and I realize I don't even want to fucking be here anymore. Like, don't get to that point. Don't even bother flying with that flock if you don't want to be. When you get there, you realize you're just going to regret flying with that flock. Find a flock that really wants you there. And that's my motivational video for today. So hopefully I don't have to. God, why do I feel like I'm going to have a lot of these for the next couple of days? Probably because I'm going to be in my feelings, and this is going to be the best way for me to release them. But I love you guys. Have a good day, and I hope you're having a better day than me. And just please, seriously, take these words to heart, and like really put yourself in my shoes. Put yourself in the shoes of somebody who might be going through something like this, or you know someone who is. Tell them it's not worth it. Find somebody who cares about you, because let me tell you, there's so much happiness. There's so much more happiness out there behind all of this. This shit has not brought me down yet. It has not broken me. It hurt me, but it hasn't broken me, and that's a really good sign. So, anyways, enjoy the last of your summer if I'm not back, and I'm sure I'll be back for FabFitFun any day now when they decide to show up. Alright, guys, love you. Bye.